Should you do a PhD in your 50s? I'm going to give you an answer today. Hopefully, you're going to follow along that you might not expect. And then I'm going to help you walk through some of these issues. So, a follower asked this question: should I do a PhD in my 50s? You know what my response is? Why the hell not? But, there's a couple of things that you need to know if you're going to do this. And the first thing is, if you're going to take advice from a dude off the internet on your life, you probably should take a pause and think about what you are doing. I want you to rationally think through all of this and what you're going to do. There's a huge difference in terms of the PhD that you're going to get in your 50s. So if you're completely financially wealthy, you have nothing to worry about in terms of your finances. Like, it doesn't matter what one that you actually do. You're already retired anyway, so go and have some fun with it. And studying for the next 40 years of your life, I mean, that might be really fun for you. That could be really exciting. If you're doing it for a significant career change in that you want to make money from it, I'm going to get you to really think about the choices that you're going to do. It is going to be very difficult for you to recoup the costs of doing a PhD in almost all disciplines at that point. There's a couple of disciplines that actually do quite okay. I'm in one of them, but it still does not return the amount of money that you're thinking of. So I want you to really rationally think through this. Get out your spreadsheets, think through this as if you're buying a house. This is as significant, it's probably even more significant than buying a house in terms of the financial investment that you're going to make. So I want you to get out your spreadsheets, and I want you to get out, just even a pen and paper and write it down, actually get the numbers. Go and get the numbers for the degrees that you're thinking of and figure it out. Figure out can you make money from this? Is this going to be a good career choice? And if the answer is no, you really think about it. Really, really think about it. I'm not going to discourage you, but if it was me and in my own situation, I probably wouldn't do it because of the financial costs of it. Now, if you are thinking of doing it because this is something that you've always wanted to do, and this is such a passionate thing for you, really weight that passion that you have versus the financial cost of it. It's not going to be that big of a deal in the end anyways. This is your life. You only have a certain amount of time to live. So why not, why just go do it, right? Like, figure it out and actually make it happen. But if it's for a financial reason, if this is a career thing that you're doing, really think about that. Now, a couple of other things that you're going to want to understand is that to get to get to the sort of financial where you're doing okay, it just takes a long time. It is just super long to get it done. Now, you can, it's totally possible to do a PhD in 3 years. That is going to take a ton of work, but you can condense it, and your dissertation is not going to be that good. But you can get it done in 3 years. Then you can get out and likely it's going to be a teaching position at that point, or you can go back into industry. So if that's what your plan is, go back into industry, you could definitely do it in 3 years. Now, if you want to do the research route, you just need a pipeline of research publications, and it's so brutally hard to get that pipeline of research publications. I've seen people do it. One thing that you can possibly do is get a military. Sometimes the military will pay for your degree for 3 years. I don't know. I'm sorry for the shade, for the lights. But I don't know what that entails. You can do it, and then you have to devote a significant portion of your life after that to teach in the military in terms of doing different things. So, would I do it in terms of doing a PhD in my 50s? So personally, me, I don't think I would, right? Like, this is my career and it's for me, and this is what I would do. I don't think I would. What I would think about doing is actually just studying on my own and doing things where I study rigorously in a certain area. There's so much stuff that's out there that you can study and get a sense of. If you want to study, so for example, my field, if you want to study organizations and decision making, start looking at the top journals that are out there. You can find them. Go to the UT Dallas list and start reading those top journals and start seeing them. It's going to take you 10 years to understand what they're saying, but it takes you 10 years to do a PhD and do it really good anyways. To actually get to the point where you're understanding what everybody is saying. And you know what? Nobody understands it completely anyways, what other people have done. So I want you to really take that sense of what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. And that's where I think, like, if you have maybe the best thing to do at this moment, so do the financial thing, write out those spreadsheets, but then as well, really have those hard conversations with yourself. Write down, maybe do a mission of some sort and write that down in terms of what you want to do and boil it down. Now, the last thing I want you to do before you even contemplate doing this, and this is your thing, I want you to write a research paper. I want you to do this on your own because it's all on your own. I want you to write a 30 or 40 page research paper about why you want to do that. Look up the citations, get all that information out, write it down, spend a good couple of months doing it. And if that is terrible, don't do it. That's what the career is sitting down, writing, analyzing data. Actually do this. Like, pick a topic in your life, do the work, figure it out. And when you figure it out, you do the work, you write a 30-page paper on that particular subject, you actually gather some data and you go through that. And if you're still excited about doing that after 6 months or a year of doing it, go do it, right? Like, I think maybe you're going to love it. But right now, it is just this kind of dream in your mind and you haven't worked through anything, so you don't know anything. Actually do it, right? Like, that's the first thing that I would tell with somebody who want to be an entrepreneur or, something. Actually do it. Just get out there and start doing it. Like, figure it out. Get out there and do it. Stop like dreaming about it and just figure it out. That's it. All right. So hopefully that's the non-counterintuitive answer. Hopefully you figured this out and you thought about it. So the 3 things that I would take away, first of all, do a financial analysis. Sit down and think about whether this is financially worthwhile to do a PhD or doctorate in your 50s. Second of all, write out that mission. Think about who you are and what you're about and really make a sense, like really go into the woods and start doing that discovery process. Third thing is just do it, like figure it out, do it on your own before you actually make that huge financial investment and see if you actually like writing a paper and do that for 6 months. I want you to take this seriously every night and every weekend for the next 6 months. Write down and write that paper and see what happens. I guarantee you're not going to do it. And if you're not going to do it, don't do the career. If you do it, if you go through this exercise, which is going to be the 1 out of 2,000 people that do this, then you might want to pursue it. All right, take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.